VODs. Um, so we're doing it. We're playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. And this time, it should be working. Yeah, with good performance. So just making sure you've played the other Metal Gear Solid games, right? Just not Peace Walker. So you already know what happens in Metal Gear Solid 3, for example. Just making sure. Okay, I'm just gonna assume yes, you have played Metal Gear Solid 3, and if you have not, that's fine too, because this game covers some of the most important bits about MGS3's story anyway. So, yeah, you have indeed played MGS3 a lot. Okay, so then you should already be up to speed on what will happen once the game starts. Is it loading? Hold on a second. It did load, it's just not showing on the thing. Any second now. I don't know. This worked last time. I don't know why it doesn't want to work there. Well, it's being uncooperative. Well, backup time. Let's try something else. Definitely not playing nice. So it's working in window, just not in game in it's not in game capture. Yeah. At least there's a way to make it work. Also, I should move my live duty a little bit to the side, so she doesn't block the away. Actually, I should turn her off a little bit just for this. I'll just leave. Yeah, that's the intro to Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. It looks like a TV opening, a TV series opening. Input my player name. Well. We'll just go with that. I already cleared out my save data anyway for this. So I already went over this the last time I checked the stream. There are three control schemes. The classic always works. So there's the action type, which plays like Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. The shooter type, which plays more like MGS4. I guess they have MGS4 as a frame of reference. And then the hunter type, which is plays like Monster Hunter. I had a friend who because she was used to Monster Hunter, she played using these controls specifically. Even though I told her it plays better with shooter controls. So I'm just gonna go the shooter type. Weapon select is equip/unequip, 2-slot swap, 3-slot cycle. I usually use 3-slot cycle. And we don't really need co-ops communication because I don't expect to do co-op anytime soon on this version of the game.
Wanna go around?
I'm gonna shut off my TV during cutscenes, just so you can see the whole thing. Now, this is the tutorial of the game.
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking, and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight.
Tutorial by beating the shit out of young men.
Use the right stick! Now when I give you an order, look in that direction! Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down controls now!
Why is it... Hold on. Why did it blur to max volume like that?
Alright, let's try up and down on the right stick one more time! Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay,
Sorry about that.
next we'll check your left and right. Look right! Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right controls now.
I messed that up.
If you're ready to move on.
I messed that up, and it's inverted.
Right stick one more time. Look right.
There we go.
Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
This is how they do
You can change the
camera control setup.
in options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now. At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching.
Thanks, low tier god.
Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
So, this is crouching. And I can lie down as well. And he just plays dead.
Good. Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the left stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running.
No crawling like a snake this time.
Be careful.
Oh, the frame rate's a little wonky.
Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running! Don't forget it!
I don't know what's up with the frame rate here, but...
Boss, roll by tapping the crouch button while running with the left stick. That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike, and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Ready to get your ass kicked? Oh. Got some slowdown there.
Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal.
If this stream doesn't work out so well, I might delay this and wait for the Master Collection to come out.
Fine work, boss! Now we'll move on to CQC.
But I think in-game should be fine. This area is
in battle at very close range.
this area is kind of graphically intensive.
There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the left stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Again!
Hi, Jupiter VE. This is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. I don't know what's up with that frame rate sometimes.
Boss! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! And stop! That's it for today! Thank you, boss! Snake!
Big Boss then caught a cold after being shirtless under the ring for too long.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Here.
Ah, thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee. So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The governments agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in la Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Thank God.
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Showing the most important bits. You're trying to be authentic.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view.
So the HD collection of Peace Walker
To change your
runs at 60 frames per second,
open the menu.
actually. So if it's not running at 60, that's because
Shooting practice.
it's because of the emulation is not is
The
being
directional buttons while
like
holding
that.
the R2 button to switch
But it still seems to be playable.
the L1 button. Then press the R1 button to fire.
So it plays like how you expect Metal Gear to play, MGS4, but like the HD collection controls are similar to MGS4, so it's just
That's it.
you shoot, you aim with the shoulder, you can switch shoulder views. There's no iron sight, however.
Nicely done, boss. Select equipment by pressing the square or circle button while holding the L2 button. To check your map, press the start button to open the menu. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. Use the L1 button to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with the R1 button. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button. The Mark 22 tranquilizer gun can put enemies to sleep. The closer to the head you hit,
Oh yeah, that's what the UI looks like. Because this is a
hard to come by. Don't waste them.
PSP game. You know what, before I continue, I should probably move my avatar so I can see that more clearly. Yeah, like that, it's probably fine.
Gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. And break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
It's desynced a little bit, the video. If it gets bad, then we're stopping the stream. We're reloading the stream.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant. A place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, guys. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
This damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. Stop using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point.
I think that the audio is too quiet.
Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the
It's
Chilean
audible.
poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa, where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A Quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. I need to get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the Boss.
What?
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss
myself.
is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
Holy not sinister smile to V.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible.
Before I continue, let me check.
It's a sneaking mission.
Let me check if I can, Okay, it doesn't look like I can do much, so... Anyway...
Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
They hear footsteps, so...
Freeze.
However, if you hold them up, they'll just lie down and never bother you again.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it
Also, I
here
just
safe.
noticed I don't seem to have my chat overlay active. Why is that? Why is this not showing up on top? Well, I guess I'm just gonna play it like this then. I'm just gonna play via OBS. It seems to work better.
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings.
I mean, I have had my Windows cursor on the whole time. It's terrible. That's embarrassing, sorry.
Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To the right of that, you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will inhibit your actions. Your life gauge will recover with time. The sight gauge, too. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better.
This area is really easy to,
The percentage in the upper right is your
as they
camo
don't
index.
move.
The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
Freeze.
When you clear the jungle, you'll be there. Head east.
Oh, I got snacks. Frame rate.
Freeze.
I might have to, maybe you should, I should, after saving, maybe after saving, then I should restart the game, and maybe that'll clear it out. This weird frame rate issue. Because I was not having this during testing. So now these guards will move.
Inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
But, they're not... It's not hard to deal with. You have the top right, sensor is, basically a sound gauge. The sound indicator. It tells you... Gives you some idea of, it's like when they make footsteps, you'll hear it, and upgraded versions Oh my god, frame rate. Yeah, that's bad. I better clear this mission, clear this level then before it gets worse. Clear this. Yeah, it's getting rough now. I have a backup plan if this game just doesn't want to cooperate. Which is we switch to Front Mission Gun Hazard and I just wait until the Master Collection comes out.
Yes, sir, we broke them. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The barge has cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Freeze! The cargo. Where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit! In the mountains!
What's up there?
They're QT. Those are QTEs, by the way. If you fail the QTEs, one of two things can happen. Either it rewinds time or something. It's not instant game over at least, but it has consequences. Yeah, Ashley Wood is the artist who worked on the Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 comics. Not being as feels generous at least.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo Spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Nukes right in Mission 1 just to raise the stakes. Yeah, mission's not very long, and you get a ranking for them. I didn't kill anyone, and I didn't get spotted, so if I did it in record time, I would have gotten the S rank.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opinol will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the US itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or two already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test? Showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. Looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it happen. No one can bother us here. No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
Okay, it's saved. Yeah, welcome to Mother Base. Let me restart the... Let me end the... Let's fix this. Well, I'm just gonna try restarting the thing. Oh, why is it showing off my, appies? Thanks for that, OBS. I didn't think it would do that. Well, I'm just... More VOD editing time. This is pointing towards might be better to wait before streaming Peace Walker. But let's see how this first stream turns out. Yeah, welcome to Mother Base. If you ever played MGS5, you know what this is. We start off with some, like, rackety shack in the middle of the ocean. And, there's not an awful lot we can do yet. No, I don't want to view the staff assignment tutorial. So, we start off with some men. And, we have two units that we can assign them to. So this, I don't remember how to I don't remember if you can auto assign people in this game, but that's usually what I do. Like, is just press the start button and just sort by their individual skills and then assign them. Also, Miller is familiar. It's Kazuhira Miller. Definitely not Liquid. And just like in MGS5, you develop weapons by spending GMP, which is the currency on the upper right of the screen. All we can develop right now is a upgraded Mark 22 and an analyzer, which is used. Yeah, MGS5 is basically a sequel to Peace Walker. So everything with motor-based development that you see in MGS5 is basically a polished version of the Peace Walkers. That's why I was so excited about MGS5 when it was coming out. But the key difference is between MGS5 and Peace Walker, aside from there being online co-op, time does not cycle. You cannot wait in real time for weapons to develop. You have to advance time, and usually playing missions will advance time. So having stuff develop in real time is cool in MGS5, but a lot of it takes so long to develop, and then there was a lot of game time where I literally left the game on while I was developing weapons I wanted. I just left the game running to go do something else.
The boss has infiltrated the area around the coastal supply facility and knocked out the soldier there. But we can't just leave him there to be found. I need you to get in there and capture the unconscious soldier using the Fulton recovery system. Do it quickly before he comes to.
Progressing by fighting is better, yeah. So for this mission, we cannot use Snake. We have to use a generic soldier man. We don't have a lot of equipment to work with, so we'll just use the same equipment that we had last time. Also, there are cassette tapes. Just like in MGS5.
Snake, you can use the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system to send prisoners and unconscious mercenaries you encounter back to Mother Base. I know you've used the Fulton before, but just to make sure I'm not missing anything, let's review the steps.
Okay.
First, attach a balloon to the unconscious enemy or captured prisoner.
Right. I hook a wire to their waist, and on the other end of the wire, there's a helium balloon.
Right. Then we'll send over a chopper to catch the floating balloon with its recovery hook and reel it up into its cargo hold.
And that's it?
And that's it. We finished installing the recovery hook on the Huey.
Wait, Kaz. Something doesn't make sense about this whole process.
This again.
Well, normally, Fulton recovery is for when you're using fixed-wing aircraft. With a helicopter, isn't it simpler to land and pick up directly?
Listen, Snake. You're going to be calling for recoveries repeatedly throughout your mission. We want to keep the risk of taking enemy fire to a minimum. The best way to get that done is to do the recovery in a high-speed flyby. That's what the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system is for.
Uh-huh. What's the real reason?
Helicopters are cheaper, and the repair bills will start adding up once the bullets start flying.
I thought so. Cause I know we need to keep costs down, but...
Boss, you really need to get rid of this whole army mentality. We're not the Pentagon. We don't have billions of taxpayer dollars to play with. And besides...
Fine. Just pick a reason that makes sense.
Helicopters have quicker response time. Sounds strange, yeah, but it works great. I promise. You'll get used to it before long.
Yeah, I hope so.
Can't argue with finances. Also, yeah, it's not Huey Emmerich. Huey's not it's not Huey Emmerich. They didn't turn Huey into a helicopter. It's the UH-1 Huey is a real helicopter. So, yeah, there's a library, by the way, of all the stuff that they can talk about. And it's yeah. If you get from context, it was this Huey. Yeah. So there's a file library about all the different things. This is basically the stand-in for the codec in Metal Gear, and I know MGS5 did the same thing, but the briefing tapes in Peace Walker are much better because they're actually funny and not just Miller droning on about yellow cake and hamburgers. I mean, the hamburger one was funny, but yeah. It also helps that Peace Walker actually tells its story through cutscenes and not the way MGS5 did it, where they had basically a good chunk of the story that should have been cutscene, plopped in tapes.
Snake, about cardboard boxes. It feels kind of weird me explaining this stuff to you. But there have been a few recent developments in cardboard box technology. So just to be safe, here goes.
Go on.
You can do much more with a box than just hide under it. You can put it someplace and leave it there.
Huh?
You can get on top of it and use it to reach high places, or hide from the enemy in its shadow.
I like what I'm hearing so far.
And that's not all. You can even put items in it and send them to co-op's teammates.
Really? I never thought of any of that. Damn. Is there anything a cardboard box can't do? Every soldier should have one.
Yeah, well, don't get too excited. This isn't exactly what they were made for.
Which reminds me, don't you think the boxes around here are a little on the big side?
You're right. I bet 2 people could fit under one box, if they packed in tight enough. They call them love boxes.
Love boxes?
Of course, you don't need a love box to fit 2 people inside. Any box of similar size will do.
2 men in a box.
Up to 2 people can fit inside a cardboard box.
Tell me how.
Move close to a box with a teammate inside, and an icon will appear. Then press the action button. You'll stay inside as long as the action button is pressed.
Sorry?
So, same as snake formation, huh?
Exactly the same. In fact, when you put on a cardboard box when snake in, both of you can climb.
A box big enough to hold me and my buddy. These are fine times we live in, hey, Kaz?
Yeah. Sure, boss.
Snake formation is a co-op mechanic. I cannot show that off with this version of the game. We have to wait for the Master Collection to come out, and then I can drag some people in. And yeah, co-op is the co-op in this game is amazing. It would be nice to show off, but I don't want to set up I didn't really set my PS3, and I don't want to not force people to like dig out their PS3s just for that. I'm just gonna leave that master collection for that if when it happens. Me and you in a box. Think about it. Send.
Snake, about that cassette player Galvez was carrying.
What about it?
That was no Russian imitation. It was the real deal. A prototype developed by a Japanese company.
Get out of here.
It's true. It had the Sony logo on it. The product name is Walkman.
Walkman.
It's a revolutionary new concept. Music you can listen to on the go. You can take it with you when you leave the house. I gave it a listen, and you wouldn't believe how good the sound quality is for something so tiny. And in stereo, too. Think of the technology that must have gone into it. And that tape is equally amazing. The treble range is clearly superior to any other cassette ever made. Stylish, too.
How'd Galvez get his hands on a model that's not even out yet?
Beats me. It's not the kind of thing I'd expect some stodgy Soviet to be into.
Me neither. Tell you what, though, it's a fine piece of work. It'll let me listen to my music when I want, where I want.
I never thought I'd hear you say that, but I have to agree. Me? I'm a recording freak, and I always used to laugh at the idea of a portable player. But now that I've seen it in action, I've changed my mind. Being able to take your music with you, this could be the start of a revolution in music.
Could be.
I'm having the guys at Mother Base study and analyze it. Who knows? They might be able to come up with something even better.
Yeah, something even better. You thought like it was bad that in MGS5 they somehow invented holograms, and we as civilians still do not have those. Like big bosses, MSF developed technology like literally decades ahead of time. Mono option I think was because stereo was not an option back then. Stereo was not mainstream yet until I don't know when. But mono was the option that everybody had to go to for sound at first. Reminds me, do I have access to the Walkman? Yes, I do. Cannot be used in Versus Ops. That's okay.
Use Fulton Recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton Recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button.
The frame rate is still acting up. We want this guy specifically for Fulton Recovery. And we wake him up.
Soldiers out cold. Try using Fulton Recovery on him. Head for the recovery zone.
There's gonna be an S rank. As an S rank. They haven't introduced it as a mechanic yet. Oh yeah, it's right there. So you get heroism points for doing things like completing missions with S ranks, with killing nobody, not getting spotted. It's just like in MGS5, you also get heroism points or similar, for doing similar stuff. There are no dealing points, however, not yet. Not in this game. Basically just rewarding playing well, yeah. But there are people who like killing, like, you can't stop players from killing people in Metal Gear. All you can do is encourage non-lethal play. But if people want to kill people, then they will kill people. It's just there are consequences for doing so. Now, what is the Peace Walker? Well, we're about to find out.
Snake, I rigged that radio so you can contact our young lady friend Paz.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information. Besides, that little Angel de la Paz is the one who gave us this mission, right?
I guess.
I'll put her on.
Snake.
Paz, where are you?
Ciudad Colon. A school. The teacher told me to stay here until things quiet down.
Teacher? Oh, him. He's... Yeah, that's probably good advice.
See, he has a radio in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace, and...
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
Thank you. Snake, if you need to know about Costa Rica, the geography, the climate, the wildlife, anything, just ask me. I know about its history and laws too. We learned it all in school.
Got it. I have a question. I'll ask. What?
In school, I also learned that peace is an unnatural state for human society, and that war is a constant threat to our relationships with others.
That's right.
So, to achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable. And I hope they turn out to be right.
Yeah, me too.
Peace is in your name. Who better to help bring it back?
Thanks, Snake. I will be here whenever you need me. See you later.
Snake, use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Paz can help you out.
Good to know.
We'll follow their transport route. This should take us straight to their main base.
From what I've seen, it looks like nukes.
Agreed. The key thing now is to confirm whether those spears really are what we think they are, and if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
Yeah, this was David Hayter's last performance as Snake. Also, I think I showed it off on the, I think I showed it on the Ace Combat Discord before, but like, the last time I went to Fan Expo, I think it was last year's Fan Expo. So this year I got John Rhys Davies' autograph, but last year I got David Hayter's. And I got it on the, on my copy of the Metal Gear Solid HD collection. You saw the HD collection autograph or John Reese Davies' autographs? Yeah. John's. Oh, yeah. I think I'll relink the David Hayter's autograph as well. Oh, yeah, I can change different camouflages. There's pink if you want me to go all pink, but I'm just gonna go with olive drab with the regular olive drab because that seems to be the best one. Oh yeah, I've got empty magazines. Let's bring those. And so this device, I'll just bring it to show it off. And I have my Walkman. Oh yeah, there's also a camera for it. If you bring a camera, you can take screenshots of the game, like directly in game. Hater's been voicing Snake for so long, you can hear how old he sounds here. He also came fresh out of voicing Snake in MGS4, so he still sounds a lot like old Snake right now. And not like, I think he peaked honestly around MGS3 and Portable Ops era. Like, his voices peak around MGS3 and Portable Ops era. So this mission and the next one were the one I tested over the week. I was so sure that this game would be just fine.
You can use the radio you just picked up by pressing the start button to open the menu window. You know you can assign the radio to the select button by choosing options from the menu window.
The analyzer tells us what about soldier stats, and we see this guy is actually good at R&D, so we're gonna take him. Bye. Off he goes. If you remember this mechanic, it's from
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
MGS5. MGS5 basically inherited this mechanic as well, but they streamlined it even more. So you don't have to equip the Fultons to Fulton people, you can just do it right away. But the trade-off was, you see there's trees here.
Subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
In the MGS5, you had to pick their bodies up and move them to like a clear area before you could like Fulton them out. But in Peace Walker, you don't have to. Who cares? You can Fulton them through the ceiling. This area, I think, is well, we can pick up stuff here.
We'll keep it here at the base.
if those guys don't move, then I can do. Oh, he's moving. Okay, I can't do that. Yeah. That didn't work out the way I hoped it would. I was hoping to just knock them both out.
What's going on?
What? Guys going to investigate. But why?
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Yeah, they're standing in water like this. Then you can zap the water. I don't know why it does not affect me. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, yeah, this game is actually kind of on the easy side.
The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
So we need to neutralize all the guards. Watch how easy it is. They can hear your footsteps, but watch how easy it is. He just gets knocked out. He takes too long to react. He just, like, what he sees, he just gets startled. Yeah, very slow reaction time. So that gives you enough time to just grab him.
Good. Now meet with the FSLN Commandante. He's inside the boathouse.
And a very low polygon snake with Adam Jensen beard.
¿Quién es? Eche! No way. What do we do?
Sandinista's right. I'm looking for someone.
Mi viejo! Shh. He's dead. They killed nuestro viejo.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax, I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar? I'll take whatever you've got. I owe you one. But I prefer cigarettes, you know. How do I look? A little like El Che, no? You Cubano?
Colombiano, a photographer. I came to Costa Rica to take pictures of birds.
Birds?
Yeah, quetzals.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's all in the timing.
Oh.
Let me smoke
Okay,
too.
we can talk until I finish this. Chico!
Tell me what's going on here.
This place is crawling with soldiers. They don't look like private security, more like hired guns. They're loaded with the latest gear from all over the world.
I heard they're a security force hired by Codessa.
Yeah, and I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
UCLA's? La CIA?
I saw them, setting up shop in town. They're planning to do here what they did in Chile.
If that's the case, what are they after?
Whatever it is, it's not us.
You don't think they're here to push you back into Nicaragua?
Impossible. Too much hardware. Too many bases. Didn't you see? They've got helicopters, tanks. It's like we're in Da Nang. There must be something else.
They have a base near here.
There's a factory to the north, across a suspension bridge.
Factory to the north, across a bridge. Have you seen the big transport boat, mercenary crew on the Rio del Jade?
You mean the barge? It's upstream from here. Up toward Irasu.
Any idea what's on it?
I could introduce you to some of our compas up there, but I don't recommend going to the mountains. We've lost a lot of people there. They take us captive, torture us for information about our compas, and then they kill us like pigs.
Got it! All right!
This was our last hideout, the final refuge for El Frente, after being pushed out of Nicaragua and into this peaceful paradise of Costa Rica. Then, El Monstruo attacked.
A monster.
Y mi viejo. Mi viejo. Papá. He was la esperanza. Our hope.
Now that Papa's gone, my sister's la comandante de la revolución.
Do not listen to him. Papa was a hero who fought by Sandino's side. I am only his daughter. You need a special talent to become cacique. It takes someone great to unite all of Las Compas.
Sorry to interrupt, but leaders don't choose themselves. Neither do heroes. You carry on his legacy of La Esperanza, and they'll follow you, no question.
You think so? My compas trust me, but not one of them calls me comandante.
Amanda!
See what I mean?
El Colibri!
In the Japanese version, that's the Miku.
Get down!
Yeah, you have to do this too. The Spanglish.
What the hell?
Es un hombre nuevo, an unmanned weapon, a robot!
No, he won't survive the fall.
Out of my way! Better for him to die at the hand of a compa and suffer their torture. Stay here. As long as I'm still alive, I might as well retake it. Over here! Fine, chico! ¡Venceremos!
Drone warfare. It was more advanced in the 70s than it was today. Somehow. Like, have you seen a killer robot that sings like Hatsune Miku?
Snake, what missed that thing.
Whatever it was, it looked unmanned.
Unmanned? I'd heard rumors, but an operational unit?
What the hell is going on here?
Not to quote Amanda, but the hardware they've got here isn't just unusual. It's overkill, which means one thing. It's nukes. So the question now becomes why?
We can't make that call yet. We need more intel.
How? Our source is dead.
But his daughter isn't.
Good thinking. We can follow her. Head for the next outpost and make contact with Amanda if she's still alive.
Roger.
Definitely definitely peak 70s technology. It really is a new man. Or a woman. We can now build a law. We will need one. Especially to fight Hatsune Miku. So, first off, let's develop... Oh, we don't have staff to develop a law yet? Well, I recruited some guys. Into the R&D team you go. It was not enough to level up the R&D team. There is one team in this game that where is your country, Miku? There's one team in this in Peace Walker that's not MGS5, and I'm disappointed that they didn't add it to MGS5. It's the team that if Cot would be like put me in this team right now if he saw it. Enjoying the trend of Brazilian Miku on Twitter.
Target practice commencing now. Shoot all the targets in the shooting range. When the timer reaches 0, the exercise is over.
I didn't know there was a Brazilian Miku. So you want to do side missions even though they're optional, because if you just go straight for doing the regular missions, the regular story missions, and you don't even bother with the side content, it's yeah, the irony of having a Brazilian Miku start trend days before Twitter gets shut down in Brazil. First was Brazilian Miku, now there's Mikus from all over the world. So you want to do side missions, because, especially near the end of the game, there is a DPS check. I've seen people just focus right on the regular missions, and they get stuck because of that, and because their weapons are not. So side missions help with getting better equipment. And they did not have the equipment. We're still stuck on rank 1 and 2 equipment, when by that stage you needed rank 3 or 4 equipment to actually progress, and the DPS check is an instant game over if you fail it. My frame rate, well, let's see if I can do this anyway. The speed is noticeable. I'm already this far in the stream. So I'll just keep going. This game really encourages you to upgrade, yeah. Oh, that slowdown is noticeable. I don't think I can... I think it might be better to not stream this tomorrow. I'll probably switch to Gun Hazard. Sorry. I thought this would be okay. But in the end, all I did was, yeah, seize the and they can only take a bit before slowdown begins. Front mission Gun Hazard. Oh, S rank. You get heroism for being a good shot with firing range. Front mission Gun Hazard's a side-scrolling game, action RPG for the Super Nintendo. Let's see how...
Amanda's Sandinistas were going corresponds to the location of the next outpost, a supply depot. We should be able to make contact with her there.
Let's see what happens if I try to do this mission. Well, frame rate's just fine here. I guess it's just doesn't like some places for some reason.
Careful, they've got reinforcements coming.
I can actually go the other way and just leave. Also, since I forgot to show off the walkthrough, I'm gonna show it off. Because our walkthrough is such a low rank. It's literally we can't advance the tape. We have to play it in order. The old technology.
Amanda went across that rope bridge. Hurry. Press the attack button near the enemy to initiate close quarters combat. Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
You're supposed to go this way.
be able to get past the enemy by hanging from the bridge. Press the action button near the bridge's handrail to hang.
I could, but this is faster.
Hang down when you're crouching.
I could hang. If I hang and I cross the bridge, there's no grip gauge, so you can hang indefinitely. Oops. Also, there's a little detail here. That guy is right over there. Snake has strong arms. That guy right over there is that from one of the earlier areas. There's a reason I'm not faulting anybody here, by the way. Because when I was doing the test, I ran out of Fultons, and I was like, there is something. And there. Oh. You saw that. The alert turned on for like a split second and then turned off. There's such a long delay before the alert happens. And they still need to radio in for something really bad to happen.
Careful now. They might be holding FSLN soldiers prisoner.
No, checking the enemies fully? No, not this time. My frame rates. It's because there is a guy in here.
Prisoner to Mother Base. Equip the Fulton recovery system. Select equipment by pressing the square or circle button while holding the L2 button.
Through the ceiling you go.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Yeah, this framing is actually kind of bad. The game is still playable, but it's slow. It's very slow now. Even getting slower. And there's also another guy in here. This didn't happen on my test for some reason. Fulton indoors.
Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Yes, they went through the ceiling. That was what I was talking about earlier. No need to drag them outside or anything.
Looks like there's no way around him. You up for this, Snake?
Lav type G. To be continued in the next mission. Intimidating bunch. And yeah, it's a magical Fulton. Alert phases 1. That was me.
Listen, boss. We both know you're the reason MSF's grown so much, but it's time we started putting more thought into provisions.
Good point. A place this big needs a good stockpile on hand.
The Japanese say, you can't fight on an empty stomach. Something we learned in World War II.
Obviously. Maintaining a steady supply of provisions is one of the basic principles of logistics.
So I went ahead and set up a mess hall team. The team members' numbers and abilities will affect the amount of grub to go around. Without enough food, morale will drop. They get hungry enough, and we could start losing people. Anyway, I need you to assign guys to the mess hall team.
Copy that.
Well, that's the unit. That's Cot will, no matter what you do, Cot will assign himself to that unit. The Foomed unit. Now I don't need a tutorial on how to use the mess hall. He's an Reagan's engineer. Oh yeah, they had some really funny shit to say. I got 2 yolks in my egg this morning, so I'm gonna work twice as hard today, or at least contain half as much. You ever tried chorizo? It's a Mexican sausage. Good stuff, especially when you fry it up with eggs. A very special team. Thank you for the foods. Oh. We can find those new equipment. This guy's not good at anything, so we'll just assign him to the combat unit. And alive, maybe. Well, Miller, you go in the, you get to go in the mess hall team. Actually, it doesn't seem like we need a mess hall team yet. So I will put him back in R&D. Yeah, upgrading the Fultons will give us more of them. You don't get Portal Fultons yet. That's not done at Metal Gear Solid 5. So these are the boss fights. Oh, before we do that, let's do the marksmanship challenge.
Commencing training mission.
Oh no. It crashed, I think. The game crashed. Let us reload that. It's probably because I tried to load something by mistake that I should not have. The sooner they release Master Collection Volume 2, the better. Maybe I'll just redo my whole stream on that, and then you can see co-op.
Listen, boss.
Yeah, I know. Foom team. We gotta We gotta have a food feed, because otherwise the cats will eat all of it. The new Castlevania collection? I haven't thought about it yet. I know about it. But I've already played those games, is the thing. So the only reason I can think of is the only reason I can think of for picking those up is if I want to stream those. But I can stream those in other ways too. Or for Achievos. What was my favorite Castlevania for the DS? Order of Ecclesia. It's also a really hard one. But it's much harder than Dawn of Sorrow or Portrait of Ruin.
Commencing training mission. Missions like this are key to building up your basic skills. Be careful out there.
So we gotta shoot all the targets and supply people. That sounds easy enough. Let's see if we can strength it. I think this is single player only. Sneaking missions are 2-player, and
hit the targets as fast and as accurately as you can. That's too tall to climb. If only you had some equipment.
yeah, sneaking missions are 2-player and boss fights are 4-player co-op. And boss fights are basically Monster Hunter style fights, except Metal Gear. Oh wow, I got S rank anyway before I messed up one of those. A report is coming from the R&D team. Let's find out what this report is. Well, we now have a 1911. By the way, they have 3D models. I can admire my new toys. But you can only view items that you've already developed, and not all of them either. So this is the stun rod. This is basically the stun knife from Metal Gear Solid 4, except you can't kill people with it. You can't stab them to death or anything. It just pokes them and zaps them. Well, I can still view this anyway. Solid magazine. Kept you waiting. UMA sighted. I think in Japan these were actual brand name magazines, like Shonen Jump.
That's an armored vehicle unit, Snake. Either destroy the vehicle or neutralize the soldiers. Take it out.
So there are two ways to do this. The way I prefer to do it, I can't do yet because I don't have the equipment for it. It's you sneak around it and neutralize all of the sentries, and more will show up, and you have to keep neutralizing them until the commander shows up. Then you take him out. Either lethally or non-lethally, and if you do that, you capture the vehicle. Now, the problem with that is I don't have the Fulton recovery systems. Smoke grenades are busted in this game. I think that's MGS5. Smoke grenades are busted in MGS5. I don't think I do have smoke grenades here, but sure, I can bring them. So the other way is to just fight the vehicle, and you're not gonna get the vehicle if you blow it up. But if you're lucky, the commander will pop out. And if he does, then we can take him out. So, let's try like this. What? Got my ration? Yes, I do. Let's take out the Walkman. So this is not a hard fight. This is...
No need to take out the armored vehicle just yet. Neutralize the troops first. The accompanying soldiers are armed to the teeth. Watch yourself.
There's a ration there, but if I take him out from far enough, then oh, yeah. Yeah, the vehicle doesn't see you immediately, but once it does, it will start attacking. Let's see if I can... Yeah, he saw me. Oops, I accidentally picked up the thing. I know that looks like it hurts, but here's another thing. I can heal just by lying down. Just taking a little nap, just being boneless. They're not very smart. I think they just forgot that I exist. They just suddenly forgot I exist. That's great. No.
What is it? What's that?
He has no line of sight on me. The vehicle has no line of sight on me, so I can't cause an alert unless the guards come near. They are very confused. Yeah, that APC's like a clown car. But they're just hiding a ton of guys inside it. Also, the driver is not very smart either. They will run over their own guys. I think he's forgotten. I don't know if there are any more guys inside inside the vehicle anymore. He's confused too. Like, he felt that, but he doesn't know what hit him. But now he's looking in this direction. Oh. And now I've recovered the armored vehicle. And yeah, that has its uses. But it's not like Metal Gear Solid 5 where you can just dump a tank into the open world and then just drive it. You can't do that. I wish you could, but the game mode's too small for that. That was an improvement in MGS5, at least. Being a PSP game comes with limitations.
Amanda!
Yeah, pick her up by a broken leg, of course.
Shoot it!
She'll fall!
Shoot el Chico Libre!
What should I shoot? Should I shoot him? Or this? I'll just shoot this. You can also shoot Amanda.
Amanda!
Chico.
What? What is it?
Can you roll me one? Tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
Chico.
She must have a cigar.
Still.
I treated him like a kid again.
Why, Amanda? She's one of the better characters.
I didn't want Chico to know. Kept it a secret. Somoza's Guardia chased us out of Nicaragua. Across the Rio San Juan. And we ended up here. The only reason we've been able to keep on fighting.
Amanda.
The factory. You saw it?
The banana factory.
A front. It's a drug refining plant. The KGB set it up for us to run. We used the income to buy food and weapons. Mi viejo never said a word, but we all knew. Everyone except Chico.
Bones, by the way.
Everything we have. Our weapons, our compass. He brought it all together. We were going to rebuild our country. Rebuild Nika with our own hands. Even if we had to dirty our hands to do it. But it's all over.
Yeah, this is the one she fractured.
Papa. I could never replace him. Now they've taken the plant from us too. There's no place left to regroup. No way to fight la revolución.
Here, I rolled you one.
What about you? You're going after that cargo?
Yeah.
Must be important,
Looks that way. It looks like it could be nukes.
What? Nukes? Madre de Dios. No time to waste. We must get to Irasu. The transport route leads there. It must be where they're holding Chico and my compas, too. Whenever Chico and I argue, he goes off to be by himself. That's why he knows more than anybody about their bases. Oh, Chico.
You're pretty worried about your baby brother.
This is why I'm not fit to be a leader.
Fine. It's a little bit out of my way, but just tell me where I need to go.
There's a prison up in the mountains. That's probably where he is.
prison in the mountains.
You must do something for me. If you can't save Chico, I want you to ease his pain, end his humiliation. If he gives in, if he's about to sell out his compass, please, at least let him keep his honor.
That's a promise I can't make.
Why?
Amanda, we gave up our homes, but we're still alive. We're still fighting. And there's always another reason to keep on living.
I feel alive again.
Amanda, join my unit until you've healed up.
Your unit?
Yeah,
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Snake. Serviente.
Snake? Could it be the great cacique has come to lead us?
Yeah, he's Snake. Serpiente.
Kaz, can you hear me?
MSF here.
One for recovery. She's wounded.
Acknowledged.
Kaz, the cargo on the barge. I was right. It's headed for the mountains.
You think that's where they're taking the nukes?
I'm sure of it. Let's move.
I've earned a bronze package. Yeah, that we have to shoot that lab G up a little bit. So, but it's still repairable. Tortilla chips. Canned soft drink recipe, rank 1. Oh, we gotta show these off.
Snake, Amanda's reached the plant.
Snake,
Amanda, how do you feel?
some first helicopter ride. I'll be perfectly happy if it's my last.
As you can see, she's doing fine. I set Amanda up with her own frequency, so call her anytime you need to.
If you have any questions about American bases or mercenary units, or about Effendi, just ask. And please, do not forget my compass and Chico.
Don't worry.
It's good to be working with you, boss.
Snake, we can monitor her condition in sickbay. Remember to assign roles to any POWs you bring back to Mother Base. How this outfit gets built depends on who we assign to what jobs. That'll determine how Mother Base grows. It's one of your most important roles, boss.
Yeah, I know.
Boss, one more thing.
Now what?
It's about sickbay. Naturally, we can use it for the sick or injured like we did with Amanda. But we can't expect people to get better without the proper treatment.
Uh-huh.
So I figure we'll need a medical team for that. The number of team members and their abilities will determine how quickly the sick and injured heal. They can also monitor everybody's health.
Right. Prevention is the best medicine.
You got it. Remember to wash your hands often and gargle twice a day, boss.
If only I had the time.
The really important stuff. Next are now available for viewing. So, Amanda is useless for the entire game. unfortunately, because she is going to be wounded for the entirety. Like, her leg is not going to recover until we actually beat the game. So she's just gonna be here forever, and it sucks because she has really good intel stats. Yeah, she has really good intel stats. So we don't need anyone in the medical team yet. Not until, a post-game unlock. Unfortunately. So this is our Lab G, we just recovered it. We also scraped off the Peace Sentinel marking. I forget to... So this was, I forget who made this vehicle. I'm gonna have to look that up. But you can also get tanks and helicopters. You can get a Hind. Unfortunately, helicopters are not great in this game. I mean, they are hard boss fights, but when you actually use them yourself, they're not terribly useful. Oh, tortilla chips. Organic. Borderless taste. In the Japanese version of this game, these are literally Doritos. Like they're not even like, they're not even pretend Doritos. Like they're actually Doritos. And there's a briefing tape where Kaz talks about how amazing Doritos are. And lime soda. 4 times the lime flavor. In the Japanese Peace Walker, this was Mountain Dew. And Kaz was really excited about Mountain Dew. I can't develop this item yet. But, there's, this ZC soda is actually 0-calorie soda. So I got Doritos and Mountain Dew like a real gamer, yes. So this 0-calorie soda is Pepsi Next. And yeah, that's why you see, when MGS5 was coming out, you see all the memes about, Snake instead of the dust being like the ashes of his falling. Like there's that one meme where he has a can, like Venom Snake has a can of the ashes of his fallen comrades, and he smears his face with it. And they replaced that with him of it being an empty bag of Doritos, and then he just smears the cheese all over his face. That's where the joke comes from, because Peace Walker. Outer Heaven invented Doritos and Pepsi. 0-calorie Pepsi. They were the first gamers. Anyway, it's 5:26, so I think that will do it for this stream. So thanks you guys for showing up. I don't know if I will stream this again, given the poor showing of the emulation. I might be better off. I might be better off setting up my PS3, either setting up my PS3 or waiting for the Master Collection Volume 2 for that. So, yeah, I'll try to figure something out tomorrow as a backup. So, anyways, take care, everybody, and anyways, press fuck. Ops. I still have that thing. Anyway, later.